You always mess the intro up. Welcome back to G.E.T. Running. Today we'd like to welcome a special guest coming with us, Mikey Barz. He's a battle rapper slash ghostwriter slash lyricist, singer. Other things you bring to the table. Mikey, you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, man, just a whole music mogul, entrepreneur in my own ways. Mikey got Barz on Instagram, Mikey Barz on every music platform. So yeah, that's about it.
All right. We brought him in this today because today we're going to be talking about villains. We're talking about not just bad. I'm going to take you out. We're talking about relatable villains and what do they bring to the table. So me personally, I like a villain I can relate to, someone I can understand their backstory. Some would say anti-villain. We're going to talk about that later in the segment today, but just giving you an idea, that's what we're going to be going at. I know G.
Yeah, for me, I have like a different intake. I don't like villains to be explained. For me, I don't want to understand a villain. I don't want to feel sorry for a villain. I just want a villain to be official villain. Just the way they carry themselves.
Okay. No gray areas.
No gray areas.
No gray areas. No question marks.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing. Just because I want to hate you. I want to really hate you, and don't feel bad that you whatever, you either got served justice or you dead or something like that. I like to be like completely satisfied.
See, and this is why, for me, I like the background. So for example, you got Thanos. You understand when he's literally about to kill people. Or his daughter, for example. You can see the tears in his eyes. Like he's about to really do something he doesn't want to do.
Right.
And
he doesn't have to do it.
He doesn't
have to do it.
Yes, he does have to do it.
Everybody has choices. He doesn't have to do that.
So what should he do? Should he become a...
Listen. I'm telling you right now. I am mad at Thanos because when he snapped, half my check disappeared with everybody else. I'm mad at it. I looked at my account. Half of it was gone. But go ahead.
So Mikey, how do you feel about that?
I don't really care, like whether I hate you or not or relate to you. I just like a good character to be built. Like Loki, I care nothing for at all. Like at all. His character, he's a villain. I don't care about him at all. But Thanos is interesting. Even I forgot the other movie with the same guy that plays Superman. Immortals.
Immortals.
When he killed his mother. That's a villain, but it's
Mickey Rourke plays
yeah. So that I don't. As long as you have good character development within the villain, I don't mind watching him. Whether you have a point or he doesn't have a point.
So if you was to watch a movie, what would you say the worst villain that you I wouldn't say hated, but you felt like, okay, I really want this guy to die, and another villain you said, I guess Loki is the one you just didn't care about. So you didn't care about what his
Loki. I don't care about Loki's story. Like the only time I ever pay attention to him is if Thor is involved. Like I believe they have their own Loki series coming out on Disney Plus. Not interested at all. Like if they had a Thanos series leading up to that, I'd be interested. But Loki, no, I don't.
Dude's a snake. I don't like snakes, man.
Yeah.
So all right, for another example, I loved the Joker movie. Loved it. Like I loved the fact that they broke down who he was. What it was about.
Let me let you finish.
What he was going through.
He getting that rebuttal ready.
I felt his pain. I'm like, he couldn't have a rough. He couldn't have to break.
And he's the right kid.
Easy guys. No, but you could see why he was getting to where he was getting to. You're like, all right, this guy has it rough, and you're really legit feeling bad for it. I'm like, and then at the end of it, I'm like, I see why. I completely understand why he's doing what he's doing. This guy's completely relatable. I can understand. It's like you catch somebody on the worst day. Imagine every day you're going in. All right, you get fired. Your mom beats you up. You find out your dad hates you. You find out this. All of a sudden, all right, you're a maniac now.
They go to therapy. Shoot. People go through that right now. Everybody's turning into the Joker. Take a couple of pills, get over it.
Not a foster child and stuff like that.
You heard what he's bypass what he's. So when
just
take some pills, you'll get over it. Okay.
Come on, for real, man.
Seriously, my intake with this Joker, this is the reason why I didn't feel too much about it, is because they gave you one aspect of it, right? They gave you one aspect of this Joker. Now, Joker is the most complex character of all. Okay. So it's just like if you come out and bring this Joker, for them to be so crazy and I don't know, this whole thing, the whole time warp is old. His maybe 30, 40 years older than
Oh, he didn't like the
than,
bracket between Bruce
than
Wayne?
Batman, you know?
I like senior citizen Joker.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think I would have told
Oh no.
See, I was like, the whole time, the whole thing was all. They used to call me Joker because I like to joke. Son, let me tell you a little something.
If Batman loses to him, I'm gonna start judging Batman at that point. Okay, Batman.
Batman's making some bad life decisions.
I can't beat him. He's too old.
I have two codes. I don't kill and I don't fight old people.
Why can't you beat Batman? Get old.
Wow.
Yo.
It's like pension checks, boy. It's like,
No, because I know you said you're not a fan of Batman.
Yeah, nah. I mean, he's cool. I like. He's an interesting. He's an interesting. Now he's psychotic though. To me, he's
but
psychotic.
that's what makes him good because you know what? You see the
That's what makes Joker good too.
But you see, look, listen. You see with Batman, he's at the brink, right? And to make wrong decisions, he's so powerful enough. It's just pretty much like you could put him through a whole lot, and he just knows. He's just so smart that he just be like, no, you know what? To go that route is the easy route. Is the easy route. So he's want to take the hardest route. That's the reason why with this new Batman, not the old Batman, he be killing people.
Okay,
You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? But the new this Batman right here, he's pretty much like into the fact of sending people to through justice.
Okay,
you know?
gotcha.
So it's like pretty much like to kill a person and that that stuff is over, then you're gonna kill the next person. It's just like
So
that's
what-
the easy route.
At
you
what
know?
point is it selfish on his behalf then? Because if he goes around the city and let's just say he's saving like 30 people within a month, but then Joker breaks out and he goes on a lunatic rage and he kills a whole city of people from toxic gas, can I judge his character based on that? Like, you're not saving the amount of people that this man is harming.
Well, you know what? Later on,
Or like, you don't even have to kill Joker. Just lobotomize him, you know?
I think he just wants to
No,
show.
that's true. That is.
Or not
that
even
is
lobotomize.
true.
Or like, you can, I mean, it's too many ways. He just keeps, like, it's insanity. He does the same thing over and over again.
Right.
It's the same result. And he's not learning.
He's right,
He's just, I'm going to put him back in there.
But you know what? It's just like, for me, the way this whole platform is going on, it's like, I look at it differently where they both need each other.
Yeah.
He needs,
I agree.
Joker needs to kill,
I agree.
and Batman needs to save, needs to, because without Joker, pretty much like, Batman's
agree.
gonna find,
Sounds like a
lose,
jacked up
he's gonna
romance.
lose his purpose.
So that's not psychotic? That's crazy.
I mean, they're both psychotic.
Yeah.
They're both psychotic. That's
All right,
right.
so this leads to an interesting segue. So now we have the anti-hero,
Uh,
the person who's willing to do the stuff that the hero will not do. So a lot of people relate to the anti-hero.
Can I get the action figure on my side? You can have Juggernaut. Can I get Punisher? Let's get my favorite Marvel character. Yeah, here we go.
He's the way stronger villain anyway.
Wow.
Now, so Frank Castle, who's willing to kill because his family was killed. You think that's okay? Just
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Because that's going to incriminate people, man. If you start saying, like, agreeing, like, he already incriminated himself.
Yeah.
We already know
I'm
where his head is
completely
at.
innocent.
Yeah, we know where his head is at.
you got your anti-hero.
Okay,
You have,
yes.
You have your let's go back. I was going to say Daredevil. What's wrong with me? Deadpool, Punisher, Red Hood, guys who are willing to kill to get results. And if you ever watched the movie Under the Red Hood, he even said crime was down. Things were better because he was willing to go to extra mile. And you got to think, it kind of makes a humanity question. Can people be governed by the honor code, or do you have to put the fear of, something in them to make them do what you want them to do? Which I think works. Because I can see the results, but the morality of it is jacked up. Like even with Thanos, back to that. He had results. He's like, I killed half the civilization and everything worked out. But your means was kind of shady. But I can understand completely why he's doing what he's doing because you're getting results. So the question is, does the means justify the results?
Now, it depends, because going back to Thanos, I mean, killing half the planet or erasing them. I mean, really, that's your
Actually,
that's
universe.
how
I
you
think it was universe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
universe.
It's
Yeah.
universe.
What gives you that right to say, you know what? Today's Wednesday. I feel like, I feel like today's the day.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That was never
I
explained.
think we talked about who was it? They didn't see Thanos as a villain.
I don't see Thanos as a villain.
Yeah,
What the heck?
Okay.
You don't see
All right.
Thanos
I think you
as
should have did the
as a
whole
villain?
world.
Oh,
But that's what he was gonna do. He was gonna do that in Endgame.
For real?
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
gonna
no, you're
reset the
right,
whole
because he
universe.
said-
No, he didn't do it because he was going to get results. He got mad because like y'all
The
gonna
Avengers
attack-
kept coming back.
Coming back.
So he's
Like,
like, I know
I-
what I gotta do.
Yeah.
everything. How annoying. Y'all
I
got
don't. You
stories.
should not have that much power to where you make that decision. All right.
He-
But that's the thing
acquired
that
it.
was never explained though. Is who gave him that?
He said his home
purpose?
planet was.
His
I
home
think he
planet.
said his home planet was wiped out or
Yeah, he
something
said
because
he-
they kept fighting with each other,
So he-
and then they ultimately eliminated themselves. So that's
Oh.
why he's like, yo, I'm gonna be the one to bring salvation to the world.
So he's justifying what he has
Universe.
to do. But there's so like even with Magneto, and I'm not a big fan of the X-Men movies. Not a big fan. But I liked First Class because for the first time,
First Class was
first
dope.
time in a movie, I was completely on Magneto's side. I'm like 100%. I was rooting against Charles Xavier. I'm like, nah, you're wrong. Especially when the guy had all the nuclear torpedoes going at them.
Oh,
My man
yeah,
went
yeah.
whoop. And then turned them around, and Charles was like, no. I'm like, yeah. And like, so the-
So Magneto's for mutants only.
Magneto, he was getting abused when he was younger, and you know they
Yeah, his
exploited
mother
his
got
powers.
taken away and all that.
So what happened was, when he got older, he found out about his powers. The guy kind of forced that on him, and at the end of the movie, he's funny. He's like, I agree with everything you're saying, but he killed his mother earlier in the
I
movie.
remember.
Yes.
So he was completely on his side. He understood. He believes in what you call it. Mutants are superior than the humans because humans fear them, and the movie proved the point. No other, not the show. No, none of them illustrated the point of how bad mutants had it until this movie really showed it to me, and I'm like, I completely understand where this guy's
I
coming
think it's
from.
natural. People fear, what they
Yeah.
can't control. I
Yeah.
think that's the most of that.
That's what it boils down to.
But let's see. Now we talked about anti-hero.
Anti-hero. So there's two of them. There's
Yes.
anti-hero
Yes.
and anti-villain. So
Yes.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Now, this is my take on it. Like let's say let's say it was real life. I feel like I don't want a bipolar hero. Like saves me one day and then I mess up and he kills me tomorrow.
Nah, but it's not even like that. Like it was a part in the Netflix series, and it was Daredevil, and it was when Punisher made a cameo in the show, and I believe they got into altercation on a roof, and Punisher had this villain. He's like, yo, Daredevil, are you gonna kill him? It's not verbatim. I'm just paraphrasing it. But he was like, are you gonna kill him? Daredevil's like, no, I'm not gonna kill him. That's not my right. He's like, yo, you just put him in jail the other day. He broke out and did the exact same thing while you put him in jail for. This is the epitome of your system doesn't work because he's just going to do the same thing over again.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil was like, but the way you're going about it, you're not the executioner. So I like that little scuffle they got into. But
it's
I was
interesting because I'm
I was
on
Frank
Daredevil's
Castle's
side with this one
and I'm
because
Frank Castle's side.
Daredevil has a huge moral compass to follow because he's really religious in how he goes about doing things. So he's really good on the moral code for it. So the question comes into it: morality versus justice. Because even if you get into our own society, we have capital punishment. We justify killing people. So my question
That's
is,
true.
what is your justification to kill? And that might be a better aspect.
That's why I want to ask a question. Like, what would you deem at the point? Like, if you don't agree in killing, okay, I completely understand that. At what point, or what would you do if a villain continuously does the same thing over and over again and keeps getting out of every system you choose to punish them by? So if you say you want to put them in jail or prison and they keep breaking out and you keep putting them back, then what would you do at that point?
What I would do is do some surgery and take off all his limbs.
Okay.
You can't commit the crime anymore.
I want to hear Manny's point. That's what I'm really waiting.
You're not killing a guy. You let him live, but you know what I'm saying? He need a suit.
Get him some therapy.
Give him 2 pills.
Anyway, the Red Hood. What's your take on that?
That's my favorite DC character.
Okay, cool.
Man, favorite.
Well, like we said before,
What makes him stand out? What makes him?
To me, aside the fact I'm a little biased because I watched Supernatural, so when I first saw the movie, the person who plays Dean in Supernatural played his voice.
Jensen Ackles,
So I was already biased towards one of my favorite actors playing him.
Oh,
But also I like his character because in the beginning when I read the story, because they put out a Batman movie, so he actually went off. He left Batman and he went off on his own to go and find Joker. He got beat up and killed. Very stupid of him. Very dumb. He should have waited. But then when he died and he came back, I felt him. He's like, yo, I don't blame you for letting me die. You couldn't get to me. He's like, but the fact that you still letting him walk around, knowing that he's gonna do it again, is what kills me on the inside.
Right.
So, and I felt Batman's side of it too. Like, yo, I know how far I can go. So one kill
and that's
was
it.
gonna
That's
stop
it.
me from doing. So
That's
I felt
it,
both
yeah.
sides, I feel compassion for both.
I feel like this. Listen,
That was a good one.
for all of you watching, or little ones growing up, I know you want to be teachers and doctors, but we need some red hoods to change the neighborhood. All right, gets crime down. We need at least one. We need a red hood in Jamaica, Queens. We need a red hood in Brooklyn. No, Brooklyn need 2 red hoods.
What about the Bronx?
Oh, the
No, I need like 8.
Yeah.
Your subscribers.
Please head over there. All you red hoods, go to the Bronx. They need you desperately. All right.
No, I knew it was bad out there when I
my
parked
goodness.
out there, and a friend of mine, he was like, "Wait, you parked out there?" I'm like,
Oh,
"What's wrong with parking out there?" It's like, if you like your windows, your radio,
I thought he was gonna tell you, well, you're not parked out there anymore.
Would have been hilarious.
Like, you parked right there, right? I'm positive out there.
Oh, so that's your black Nissan?
Yo, Thanos, you should have started with the Bronx, Thanos. All right,
messed
I
up.
would have been on your side, but you went too far. You went too far, Thanos. All right.
Oh man! In case you haven't figured out, we're New York residents.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Well, I'm pretty sure that kind of gave it away.
Yeah, I'm not near New York. I'm from Long Island.
That's New York still.
Yeah, I know. I kind of couldn't catch it as it was leaving. I was like, go along with
Where's
this.
this going
Hopefully
now?
nobody catches it.
Like
Yeah,
Staten
so,
Island.
I don't think we kind of wrapped up with this one. I can't think of anything else to talk on this segment. Thank you, Mikey Barz.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yo,
Thank you.
always a
Appreciate
pleasure,
you.
man. Thank you.
Appreciate you
I
being here,
appreciate
man.
it, of course.
Please, everybody,
Appreciate it,
if you get a chance, you could like, subscribe, and comment, please. I know you probably have different villains and ideas. We might have been wrong on a couple of points. By all means, let us know. And visit Mikey Barz. Just give us information.
Mikey Barz on Instagram, Mikey Barz on every music platform, MikeyBarz, because illiteracy is cool. Like I always say, get running or get going.
Can't steal my line.